What's up? What's up? Here we go again. Hello, hello. I thought I'd start inside the house a little bit. Uh, hey guys, hello. Thought I'd start inside the house with a live, and then we'll go out there and do some squatting. Why not? What's your Well, I just watched the replay of the Nuggets Suns, and it seems the Nuggets are, in my estimation, the best team. They're so balanced. I mean, Jokic today had 30, 17, and 17, man. Like, talk about dominant freaking player, man. But, they missed wide open shots. Some dodgy calls by the refs. They were trying to rough up Jokic a little bit. The refs don't really know how to call it anymore, when big guys dominate. So, anyway. 9 out of 10 times a game like that by Jokic would lead to a victory, but today it didn't. So I reckon Denver will win everything. Initially, I thought it was going to be Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, but now it seems, man, I don't know. They go bounced. So, and the Suns, the Suns are great on paper, but they don't have enough depth. They don't have enough guys that come off the bench actually, do anything. And so Booker and Durant need to have like 40 point apiece to actually have a competitive game, and that's not sustainable, man. I mean, I don't think it is. Who knows? I remember back in the day when Draymond Green was talking about going against Harden when he was at the Rockets. Harden was he would handle the ball 9 out of 10 times, and he would just go one-on-one, and he was either a step back three or layup or a lob. Those are the options. He was killing it back then in the NBA, absolutely killing it. And Draymond said that the Warriors' plan for him was just to basically let him get tired. Just let him get tired. It's not humanly possible to go 7 games, play 40 minutes a game, and dribble the ball, shoot the ball, or pass the ball every single play. It's impossible. And as we know, James Harden wasn't the fittest guy around. And so that was the plan, the Warriors' plan against James Harden. And what do you know? I think one game he went like 1 of 16 or something from the three at one point. He was just dead tired. So fatigue is a big component in a lot of these playoffs, and I think a lot of people don't realize that these NBA players, they can't recover game to game. There's a lot of games. It's like every other day there's a game. So that's my prognosis for the Suns. I don't think they have enough depth. They basically gave everything for Durant. They gave all their valuable pieces, and now they're in a stage where Durant is just one human being, and they've given up a lot more. So once he gets tired, that's it. He goes off, and then some other guy, like 10th, 11th man, has to come in and play. So that's what I think about the NBA. I don't know if all of you guys are watching, or how many of you guys watch NBA, but that's pretty much like this time of the year. That's pretty much the only thing that I like out of all the sports that I pay attention to. I mean, the last time I watched a soccer highlight, football highlight, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. I want to say ever since the World Cup. I think the World Cup was an overdose, and then I just kind of left it there. Now, I don't follow European basketball. The time difference, I don't know. It's always in the wrong time for me. But I do have people around me that watch European basketball. And it's just a different game. Like the court's smaller, the players are less athletic, so it's just a completely different thing. But it's a breath of fresh air, because the NBA sometimes it pisses me off how soft it is and how much of a WWE show it is. It seems. It's all for the stats, it's all for the fans, for the entertainment. There's no proper hard-nosed basketball. Any tips for fixing knee valgus? Oh, there's a few ways to look at it, man. It could be technique. Technique in the sense that you're probably going too wide in your stance. And so this is why your knees collapse in. I think it's a lot easier to keep your knees out when you have narrow stance. That's what I would say. You know, that's the first thing to have immediate impact, is just to bring your stance in a little bit. After that, obviously, it's your hip abductors. You can work on them. There's many different ways you can work on them. But that's kind of that's where you start. Dylan, how you going, man? What's going on, fellas? I'm making a habit of this now. I think this is the 4th one in a row. Oh wow, the last time you washed when the Spurs won it all. Yeah, that's a while now. Spark 55. Yeah, in the office today. I mean, we just moved my table out of the house basically. This is kind of like a rumpus room thing back of the house. Here, I'll show it to you actually. We just moved all this stuff around. So this was, once upon a time, this was a bar. It's like, and if I can show it to you like this. So look how small this bar is. It's like not even up to my hip. Like my hip's here and this is here. So the previous owners had this bar thing in this rumpus room. And anyway, my kids are getting bigger now. It's a 3-bedroom house, so they needed the other room, which this table was in. And so then I just moved all my stuff into here. I don't know if you guys can see. Anyway, this is, I should probably take this thing out of the stand. But anyway, this is one. How big would this be? 1, 2, 3 meters maybe by by maybe 4 meters, 5 meters, something like that. It's a small space, like it's not very big. I thought about removing this thing. Over here. We thought about removing this, but when we moved in, we put the floors in. I'll show you the floors. So we put the floating floorboards, right, this stuff. And because of that, if I removed all of this, the sink and whatever, then would have like a gap in the floor, then I have to redo all this stuff, and I really don't have the money to rip the floors out all the time, to rip the floors out and redo everything. I mean, my wife doesn't particularly like these colors, the old school colors and whatever, but I keep telling her, this is my little dungeon. This is where I'm gonna chill out. Computer work, not that I do much computer work anyway nowadays, it's all on the phone. The whole YouTube channel is on the phone. And yeah, that's basically it. And over the bar over there is just the kids area. We got like, a soft mat, play area, toys, and that's it, man. So it's a 3-bedroom house. It was built like back in 1969 or something, 71 or something like that. Built a while back. Oh, and by the way, do you guys remember this? So I have not had this out of the box for the longest time. I just kind of like, the moment I got it, I put it away. I thought like, nah, look, we don't have the area set up yet. We're still kind of renovating or whatever. And then when I put this in, we were trying to get all the books across and all this stuff. My wife was like, put it on the wall, man. Why aren't you proud of this? Why aren't you proud of it? Like, put it on. And so then I got it out, and I was still having, the kids were touching it or whatever. So I've got this thing there. Yeah, but like, bits and pieces. Now, some of you guys might enjoy this. So these are the books that I have, only like a small portion that I got across. So I feel like I'm giving you a whole tour. Physics, biology, organic chemistry. This is GAMSAT stuff. For some of you guys that asked me about GAMSAT. So I mean, this guy here, I paid for this for like back in the day. I paid this, I think it was $1,000 back in the day. It's the Des O'Neill, Gamsa Prep, Red Series, and basically you go in there and like the theory is if you study all of this, you'll get through the GAMSAT and then you'll be able to study medicine. And I ended up buying this and I thought it was great. I think Des O'Neill has discontinued now all this stuff. So that's that. And then there's all these video games. I don't know if you guys even care about any of this stuff, but it's kind of cool to talk about it for me at least. It's like I've thrown a lot of this stuff out over the years, like FIFAs, some more FIFA over there. That's it. Call of Duty. Like this is basically the majority of the games that I've spent. Man, I've spent a lot of hours playing this video game. I don't know if you guys have played this in the past. Dude, I've played a lot of this shit, man. Like, I want to say like thousands of hours spent into this game. Medieval Total War. Medieval 2 Total War. This was epic. Yeah, Total War, these games. I loved it. I loved playing with the English, the Byzantine Empire. I loved playing with the Russians and they're getting the horde invasions and trying to survive all of that. That was a really cool game. Actually, when I moved the computer around this side, I thought, man, I wouldn't mind playing this again. This game is so old, man. Like, we're going back 2000, I want to say 7. Is that? I think 2007, man. This was a sick game. Man. Anyway, I'm kind of showing my age. Some of you guys weren't even born back then, man. But Napoleon. Yeah. I never played that one, but I heard a lot about it. Average Total will enjoy. Shogun 2 is also very good. Yeah, my computer died, basically. When I put Shogun 2 on, my computer's now like, how long have I been nursing for? My computer's 15, 16 years old now, so you can't handle it anymore. But FIFA, thousands upon thousands of hours with that, playing with my brother growing up. And yeah, some of the books down here. This is only a small portion. This was really cool to look through all the exercises. Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. That's really cool. And if you're into your ECGs and whatnot, this was an epic book. Recommend this book. Teaches all about how to interpret ECGs and whatnot. I think the first few paragraphs of this actually teaches you what electricity is. What actual electricity is, and then it teaches you what the actual ECG, is trying to achieve. I reckon this is like one of the oldest books I have. We bought this in a garage sale when I moved to Australia. This was a present from my mum, and it was sweet. Anyway, a bit of a tour around the office, I guess. There's more books up here. Let me pick this thing up. Some of you guys actually keep asking me about this stuff. Gandhi, I mentioned that yesterday. My wife has read some of these as well, like this one. I'm yet to read this. I bought this all in bulk. This is really cool, Immortal Last Words. Like documented, kind of last statements by people on like death row and about to get, the death penalty and all that sort of stuff. Hitler, that was a cool book by Lawrence Rees. Anyway. Bit of a tour around the joint. Some of you guys that care. Some of you guys might have actually tuned out. I don't feel like this is really, really bad. I need to get a different light in here. It's so freaking crap. Maybe if I turn this thing on. Is that gonna do anything? Maybe. No, I completely missed everything that you guys said. I've got starting strength. I've got starting strength. It is somewhere. I've got practical programming by Mark Ripito. I've got starting strength. Where is that, by the way? It has to be somewhere here. I'm missing some books, man. Where do we put those books? Where are those books? Oh yeah, there's some more books up in the cupboard here. There's more books. What's next for me? Hip drive, yeah, man. I don't know what's next for me, man. Like, I don't know. Like, YouTube has kind of died a little bit. I've talked about this in the past. YouTube is kind of, I don't know. Like, there was a really hard period, I guess, where people were kind of like, yeah, I'm about to train, man. I'm just in here kind of chatting it up a little bit in the warm. YouTube kind of died. Like, you know, my money has been cut in half. I've increased the hours at the hospital. Interest rates are going up, so financial struggles are real. So for everyone around the world, and so I thought about coaching. I thought about doing all of that, but I don't have the time, man. Like, you know, I feel like if I don't know, it's hard to commit to something and, like, you know, feel like you're providing a service to somebody, and I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to charge people for nothing, you know what I mean? Like, I want to feel like I'm doing something. Yeah, you only have so many hours in a day. Like, recently, you know, the merch that I started selling through YouTube, through that partner company that they have, Spreadshirt. I mean, some of you guys probably don't know anything about this, but neither did I until I got involved in it. But basically, say, you know, I think back then the jumpers, like these jumpers, you know, I was basically, you just upload this logo which I made on the computer, simple stuff. Like, I'm not a computer geek or anything like that. Uploaded that, and then you kind of select the jumper that you want, and then you link it to your YouTube channel, and then people can buy it. And I bought some, and other people bought some. We raised money for my colleague who got diagnosed with cancer back in the day, a few years ago. That was all great. It was really, really good. But, like, say, you know, you buy a jumper for $60 or whatever from them. I get like $7 out of that. And the quality of the jumpers you can't control. You can't control, you know, you can kind of control the size and the location of the logo, but you can't, it's very rigid. You can't really do much with it. And so in the last year and a half, I got in contact with a designer, and I'm in the process of designing my own NBA jersey. I found a manufacturer in Thailand. We're in communication about that. So I'm kind of like doing a lot of this kind of stuff. My dream is to have, so I'm not going to do drop shipping anymore. I'm going to try and order some of this stuff in bulk to my house, and then I'll try and work out how to sell it. I don't know anything about any of this stuff, so it's a lot, you know, very, very scary, especially with the financial crisis that is happening. Like, the last thing I want to do is spend a whole bunch of money and then have like crap laying around the house for nothing. So I want to make sure that it's good quality. So we're kind of going back and forth. And eventually, I hope in like maybe 6 months time, I don't know how long this is going to take. I've got the design, I found the manufacturer, we're kind of ironing things out. Maybe in like 5 months or something like that, I'll have an NBA jersey, which I designed. Not me, but I had somebody design for me. And then that's kind of, other than what you guys see with the YouTube, me training, that is the only other thing that I'm kind of doing. So that's kind of the next step for me. Like, you know, it's hard, man. Like, you know, having a family, you know, a lot of people maybe in my position, which are coming up in YouTube, maybe they don't have the same kind of busyness. I don't know, I feel like having 2 kids and a wife, working at the hospital, training every day, and then trying to make something out of YouTube, it's a lot. Not a lot of time in the day to do all of that. So I'm trying, but I'm not very good at any of this stuff. Yeah, like I think, you know, like I mentioned this, like my cameraman, he's taught me everything I know about money, basically. He's taught me everything. In the past, I've kind of been just like flippant about money, like most healthcare professionals are. You know, when you work in healthcare, like, money is just a means to an end kind of thing, you know, because you see death, suffering, all that stuff. So you kind of value your moments more so than the potential growth of whatever asset you have. So he told me bits and pieces about money and business and whatever. And it seems to me, if you're an employee, like you're working for an employer, like me working for the hospital, for the government or whatever, you're not going to make any money, man. Like when I say you're not going to make any money, it's not going to be life-changing or anything like that. If you want to make proper money, that's going to set you free, is going to retire you much, much sooner, you have to do business. And business essentially means that you're the boss. You call the shots, you do things. You control the profits, you control the overhead, you control all of that. When you work as an employee, sure, there's no risk, which is fantastic, but there's also no potential for anything spectacular. I've never done anything business. I've never done a single thing. This thing that I'm trying to organize with the NBA jerseys is the first thing I've ever done anything. And I feel like I'm just losing my money. I feel like I'm gonna, pay for the merch to come here, and it's gonna be just dead money. But I finally kind of realized, okay, let's try something. Let's try freaking something, man. Because like at this rate, if I continue working at the hospital, I'll probably be a nurse until I'm 70. Honestly, that's what I think. With the way the world's working, the interest rates are working and everything, I'll be at the hospital until I'm 70. And I'll probably freaking die on the job, and they'll just freaking put me to the morgue, and that's it. That's what the potential is. That's what, working for an employer is. Colby, you have an advantage of having a YouTube audience to advertise and get the business off the floor with the jerseys. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like, even though, let's say I have 121,000 subscribers, which I have right now, these 121,000 people are not around every single day. Like, my video has to go absolutely freaking viral for me to even just get coverage of all of those 121,000. So my videos get basically less than 10,000 views daily, right? You also have to kind of consider that not everyone watches every single day, right? So you're not going to have 121,000 viewers watch every single day and watch your content. So even though I have like a following and whatnot, there's people in all sorts of different situations. There's people who are, going to uni, they don't have money, they're finding their own financial troubles. So there's a lot of stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know anything about anything, but I think it does help to have some sort of like a social media presence like this. Maybe I'll be able to sell, maybe I won't. I don't know. For me, like, the biggest driver for the jersey is like, this is the coolest thing I've ever done for myself. Me having an NBA jersey, I think it's really, really cool to do that. So I wanted to order one for me, design it, and just have one that I can wear. So I'll order a few more and I'll try and sell them. I don't know if you guys want them. They'll be available soon, 4 or 5 months or something like that. Start an OnlyFans. That is one way to make a lot of money. However, if you're a female, that's when you make a lot of money. Us blokes, I don't know what we can do to. I don't think us blokes can make as much money as girls on OnlyFans. Jobs and promotions are a complete scam. You need to learn investing and trading if possible. Yeah, you need to invest. What do you invest in? Like for instance, my cameraman, he's bought some houses, demolished, built. He's made some money through that. Slow and steady, start small, then go big and whatever. So he's done that. That's probably like the safest way. Investing in land, brick and mortar and all that stuff. Like, land never freaking devalues. But other than that, like investing in shares and all that, like, I think you need to know some knowledge about that. Like, I've got no idea about that. I don't know how people make money out of that. Like, unless you're buying Telstra shares or some mining company share and you wait 30 years to, grow the thing. But freaking anything in 30 years is going to grow, man. Like, this damn house is going to be $25 million in 40 years time. Who knows? Who knows? Money devalues every second. Need another angle. Yeah, I'll give you the sink. You like the sink? This is my sink, man. I think it works. Actually, I won't turn it on. My wife just wiped all this. Oh wow! So OnlyFans. There's people doing OnlyFans and not doing porn. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you like the sink, dude? Actually, it houses the bowl. It has the bowl in there. Yeah, it's a bar. Yeah. This is a bar. There you go. It's really small. So like, as I was saying, like, look how. So this is my hip. So it's like really small, and you serve drinks up here. So the people that I bought this off must, were really old and whatever. Basically, they're retired and just rip the damn stand apart. Yeah. SP 500. Yeah. Who let the sink in? Oh man. What else can I show you? I think that's about it. Oh no. This is miniature. I'm not 6'8". No. This is like I'm 6'1", man. This is just a miniature sink. I'm 6'1", dude. 6'1". It's just the sink is like not even a meter. It's really small. Because I think they wanted the bar. They wanted this thing to be like, I don't know, elbow height or whatever. Like, so you can kind of do this thing, kind of lean on it, drink the beers or whatever. Let's do it this way now. Yeah, I think for like normal life, I think 6'1" is great. 6'1" is like, nothing is too big for you, nothing is too small for you, you fit it everywhere. I'm not much of a drinker at all. Nothing, man. I don't drink anything. So much so that I think most people that would move into this house would store their alcohol here, as a bar, but I don't have much alcohol to store. I think I've got, I don't know, what I've been gifted over the years, like 6-7 bottles of scotch, various different labels, and that kind of stuff. I don't drink this stuff. I like a beer occasionally, but never got into drinking. But back in the day, like when I was in my 20s, going out, getting smashed every weekend, that was about the worst alcohol intake that I've had. Yeah, I mean, books, if you want to improve, books are the way to go. Maybe alcohol allows you to, I don't know, think, get closer to your soul, maybe. I don't know, it removes that inhibition from people, maybe. Exactly. Hangovers is the worst part about all of that. Podcasts, not in a while. I'm trying to think of the podcast that I last listened to. This is like back in the day. Not in a while, I can't think of it. I haven't worked out, man. I'm just about to get ready to go outside, but it's really cold and I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm just, what's it called? What's the word called when you don't want to do something and you're putting it off? Watching from Dubai. Sick, man. Dubai. Never been there. Procrastinating. Yes. Procrastination. Yes. That's it. I'm procrastinating hard right now. I'm just, that's why I turned on the live. I'm like, let's talk to the fellas for a little bit before we head out there into the cold. And then I'll go out there, do my 10x10 bar and do some front squats. From the UK, Philip Cornwall. Yeah, man. I don't know, today I feel a bit better. A bit of a headache and whatever, but I feel a lot better than yesterday, I think. Respect, Ireland. What percentage of my viewers are female? Less than 1%, I think, from last time. Or maybe like 1.5. It's like either 98 or 99% are male. I don't know who these females are. But it's mostly Sausage Fest. Yeah, summer's ended, man. So we are now in, what is it, May? This is basically winter, man. So, how often do I listen to music? So I don't listen to music. I was actually blaring some music earlier today. Survival of the Fittest, Mob Deep. I was smashing that today while we were doing this. Survival of the Fittest, man. I love that freaking song, man. That is like... this is... I had the weekend off, Saturday and Sunday. It's just I was supposed to work Wednesday and Friday, but I took those off. How do you get into squatting daily or ease into it rather if you want to get into doing it? Very easy, man. Some people will say to you, you know, go from 1 day a week to 2 days a week to 3 days a week over the course of like months. I'll say, screw that. You can start today. Start squatting every single day today. But start slow. Hell on earth, yes. That is, man, those boys were killing it, man. One of the fellas passed away, like I think it was last year or the year before. What was his name? He passed away, he had sickle cell, and he was, I don't know what the, the scenario was, but he was kind of battling it for a little while. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. No. I'm trying to think about two different questions at the same time. Yeah, man. Yes. I feel like the hip hop scene now is just weird, man. Mihailo, pozdrav. Hey, man. Yeah, I reckon, like, I don't know, like I always say to people, sometimes maybe it's just my age group, like people that are in their 30s loved what they saw in their 20s. So like 10, 15 years ago, I feel like hip hop was in a better, it's just changed, it's just different. Like I still think Drake, like his songs are awesome. Like I don't know if he writes them or not or whatever, but he's a good rapper. Migos, until that fella died last year as well. What's his name? All these names are escaping me for some reason. So Migos, Drake, these kind of the guys that I like. Other than that, like I don't know who else right now. I don't know. In the month, feeling like a fish out of water still. What was your experience like when you started yours? Jack, man, I remember my first clinical experience. I'll never forget it, man. Basically, that day was the first day that I saw somebody in their 30s die. That's why I'll never forget it. My first clinical placement was in St. Andrews here, private hospital, oncology ward, palliative oncology ward. Never forget the guy. He had lung cancer. Saw him that day, and then the next day I came in, he was gone. Unreal. So it depends where you go, man. It depends what you do and where you go. But like I always say to people all the time, you know, they come to work with us in ED. It's all good. You have very little responsibilities as a student nurse, man. Just ask lots of questions. Same with the interns, the doctors. Just ask questions, man. the guys that are asking a lot of questions, they, you know, everyone else feels safe around them because if they don't know, they're not gonna do it. Oh man. All right, I think it is time to get squatting. Enough procrastinating. So you guys give me 2 seconds. Let me go outside and get my shoes. I'll put them on and we'll go get to it. Let's put these shoes on, man. What a cool shoe, man. Like, I know a lot of you guys wear these, but what a sick shoe, man. Like, I don't know how long I've had it now. 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. It's still in great shape. Still, you know, like, look how sweet it is. Such a cool shoe. I hope you guys can see. Great shoe, man. I think the best shoe I've ever had. So these are called Vivo Barefoot shoes. Vivo Barefoot, I don't know if you can see the name right there. Need to get me a new pair, say. 2 years before finally, there you go. 2 years it lasted you. Man, that's impressive, man. That is a good run. That's a good run. Oh my God, talk about like, you know, conflict of energy. Tom Platz is like hard ass, man. Like, you know, attacks each session with like madness top level, and I'm there like yawning and you know, philosophizing my way through life. Oh yeah, Tom Platz knows a thing or two about squatting, that's for sure. And you know, doing breathing squats, I've never had better progress ever. Okay, my daughter can come. Tell her to come in. So that was my partner right there asking me if my daughter wants to come in. She wants to come kiss me goodnight. Although I don't think it's that time. What time is it, man? Get him in here. Mito. Milce. I think my kids are going to come in a sec. This is live, see? So people on the other side of the screen are looking at the screen. You come in here. What are you going to say to these people?
Good night.
What are you going to say?
Good night.
What time is it? Is it already bedtime? What time is it right now? Isn't it just 7 o'clock? Have I lost track of time?
I don't know. We have the
Everyone's saying good night to you guys. So you say good night.
Good night.
You have a good sleep, everybody.
Have a good sleep, everybody.
This is the future right here. Oh, she's giving you a love heart. This is the future. Don't let the barbell bite. You're giving all those guys a love heart. That's so nice.
Who are those guys?
So these guys squat just like Tata does. They're all trained, they all squat. All these names, see? You can't see their faces, but all these guys are writing me messages and saying good night to you guys, and we talk about training, we talk about what we eat. What are you doing?
Can I show them Skyrim?
You want to show them Skyrim?
Yeah.
Okay, go show them Skyrim.
Uh,
This is a pure invasion, guys.
where is the game?
You got 1 minute, and then you have to go. Okay? Tata's gonna go outside and train.
I love you, Tata.
I love you too, Billy. So that's his favorite game. That's also my favorite game. What do you like doing in Skyrim?
Getting police armor.
He likes police armor. Okej, ajde, ljub tatu, tatu ljubim. Dođi, ja te ljubim, bježi, ajde. Dođi.
Tata, I
Ciao.
love you.
I love
What
you.
is this?
That's broken. We have to fix that.
No, what it calls?
Just a pad, a tablet. It's called a tablet.
Tablet. What do you need to do with it?
Goodbye. Ciao. See you guys.
I see it. Why did you go to it?
I'm a first gamer first and live second, like your son. He loves video games, man. True Lord. Yeah, I know, he's delaying every opportunity. Kind of like I'm delaying my training session. I am lucky, dude. I'm very, very lucky. Sometimes life smiles upon you and blesses you, man. This is how I feel with everything that I have. Like, this is why, man, like I struggle to get motivated to do anything with business. So many people are like, Ivan, man, like you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you got a platform. You got all these different things. I'm like, dude, I'm so content, man. I don't need anything, man. Like when I look at those two guys, I'm like, that's all I need. I just need their hugs and that's it. Your ancestors are smiling on you. Oh, dude. Love that. Yes, let's go. Let's go squatting, man. Here. Let's get out here. Let me... All right, now can I do this and get out of here? You guys are gonna go into the dark right now. You can't see anything. That's obvious. Let me just walk out of here. I can't believe technology, man. You guys are just basically living in my house right now. All right. I'm gonna come out here. I gotta turn the lights on so I don't trip over myself. I'll put that there. And this light is busted, so I have to, yeah, I'll show you this. So this light up here, man, this is how old the house is. This light's probably as old as the damn house. So it's always flickering like this. So I have to come up and jiggle it a little bit. And now it's working. Still flickering now. There we go. Now we're good. So now we go light, and now we can get squatting, man. We go squat. Another day of squats. Just run harder. Oh, I'm gonna love it. Alright, let's get the first set. realised it's only 7 o'clock. They've gone to bed already. Usually they hit the bed at 8 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. Damn. It's very bedtime. Oh man. The first set is the worst, always. But by the time you get to the 10th one, you're feeling mint. Definitely, man. Something as simple as squatting has levels to it. It's unreal, man. I used to get frustrated at the thought of how come one day I can't do this and the next day I can. Like my hips feel this way, that way. This is the restriction, that is the restriction. Why is my doing? After a little while, you kind of work out how to kind of like work through things, and to work out like, okay, when I feel like this is what I should do. And it just comes with time, man. And then eventually, like every single day has a solution. You don't have to go cry to your bed every single day. It's a puzzle. You gotta work it out. Yeah, I'm pretty slow too, man. Don't worry. Two. All the best, Zach, man. Appreciate you, dude. See you next time. 1.5 females getting a show. That's it, man. See you, Lucas. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you, man. So my torso, if I start back squat or front squats, until I get really warmed up, I squat like this. And then as the sets progress, I start to get more and more vertical. Still probably horizontal. I don't know why or how. I probably need a wider stance, really. Probably ankle and hip mobility. I still think it's hips. Because remember when I showed you the internal rotation, I had really poor internal rotation, and you get exposed, man. You get really exposed when you do front squats. You can't hide. All the angles of joints add up, and if you're a subpar total, you get exposed. And for me, when I feel really vertical, I feel the strongest. That's kind of how I've always been. So this is why, especially during winter, I need to do lots and lots of sets. Like out here, man, I don't know how many degrees it is. It's probably like 10 degrees or something right now. It's probably not that. I'm probably being a bitch. It's probably like 15 degrees. But I need lots of sets to get warmed up. Yes, 90 stretch is amazing. Eugene, hold that thought, man. I'll get back to it. All right. Where's Eugene's comment? What real life benefits would you say you get from squats? Not spiritual and psychological, actual real life stuff. So not spiritual, psychological. I just realized my back pocket is out. Look at that. Somebody pickpocketed me. So one thing that I love about squatting every day is that I feel supple. That's one thing. I feel like you can stretch, you can do a hamstring stretch, groin stretch, back stretch, or you can squat. The fact that I'm squatting every single day, I get like a full body workout, and I prepare my whole system. My system's always warm, if you know what I mean. So when I go to nursing, when I go play at the park with the kids, when I have to move furniture around the house, I feel like my body's not too far away from warming up to moving serious weight. That's what I love about it. I'm always revisiting close to maximum weights. So you kind of feel your body's ready all the time. You're always peaked in a way, if that makes sense. Like not peaked to like lift maximum weights, but like it hasn't been too long since the last time you were physically really active to move weight around. And like especially when doing front squats, so much requirement to stay upright and all of that. And it's kind of like it reverses this, you know. Front squats is this. So I love that, you know, and I've always said this, man, doing something every day is easier than doing something every other day. Because in the every other day setup schedule, there's always a conversation, oh, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll do it tomorrow. No, every day, there's no discussion of doing every day. That's kind of the biggest benefits of it is just the mental side of it is completely gone. We're doing it every day. Where are we going to fit it? Simple as that. Oh, Victor, if we end up going on a holiday, like a proper long holiday overseas, I'll probably stop this. I'm not crazy like that, man. Like it doesn't define me. Whatever. I just do it as long as I can. And when something comes up, legitimate, you know, I'll probably end the series. Or, you know, I'm not crazy like that. Like people think I'll commit suicide if I freaking don't, you know. Nah, man, whatever. I'm just lucky that I've had this stretch in my life where I've had this run. COVID has helped with this, having kids has helped with this, moving house has helped with this. Like we've been very busy in the last 3 years, and I'll put that into it. Can I do this forever? Probably not. Who knows? Like I'm not going to be some madman, like take a barbell to the freaking airport to do it. Whatever. That's how I see it. Not too fast. Suicide. What am I doing? What am I doing? I've lost it. Oh, here we go. I can't do pistol squats without aids. You're not going to sleep, huh? How do you fit single leg movements into your routine? Right now I'm not doing any of them. But for every rep that you do in single leg, you kind of have to remove something from somewhere. Because if you just plonk super extra hard exercises with heaps of volume on top of everything, you're going to get burnt out. So you kind of have to minus something to plus something. That's if your current routine is actually maximized. If you're just fat assing around and whatever, not doing much, then you can do whatever you want. It's kind of like that, because you don't have, it's out of 100%. If you're running at 100% all the time, and then you put another 50% volume on top of that, then you're going to get in trouble. So if you're going to do anything like that, you kind of have to stop something, subtract something, that kind of stuff. You can't just pile on exercises. Like I've done that in the past, where I'm just like, yeah, I'll do this, 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 and this, and this, and this. It's too much. Too much. Your body can't recover, you get too tired, you burn out, you get sick. Calves, oh man, I'm not the greatest calf man myself. But I'll tell you, some of the best pumps I've ever got from for calves has been pulling that damn tire on the footpath. That lights me up. Bodyweight good mornings. I have, man. I think I tried that last year. I think I did. And I got sore. But I did so much. Like, it wasn't good mornings. I guess it was good mornings. Yeah, good mornings. I had my kind of hands down, kind of like I was doing an RDL. Yeah, and I woke up the following day and I was sore as hell. But I was trying to like stretch all the way down. It wasn't kind of like happy range of motion. It was like really long range of motion, trying to kind of get my toes and whatever. I got a pump and I was sore the following day. Good mornings are brutal, man. Body weight or not, I mean, we can't move that much weight with good mornings anyway. So when you say body weight, it's not like stupid, silly, light. Yeah, hand behind the head will definitely be 3-4 days. The DOMS, yeah, there you go. Because that's extending your lever. This is making it easier. This is, yeah. I know what you mean. It's moving along nicely now. Any goals? 250, 220 squat. That's the next. The next thing. I did the 200 kilo streak, and now I'm kind of like going away from back squats for a little while. And when I get back at them, I'm gonna try and get 215. That's the goal. That's what I'm gonna try and get. Definitely. Morning, Cody. Peace out, Eugene. Pleasure to have you here again, man. See ya. All right, let's get number 7. It's funny, man. I get a lat pump from doing front squats. Lat and trap. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Half-time deadlift being broken, like gear training. Yeah, I mean, phalanx bench. It's hard to see where the perimeter, where the boundary is for human strength. You know, I think the last 5 or 10 years, we've seen like huge jumps in strength sports, because things like powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting has kind of become more mainstream. So you're seeing more physically gifted people enter the sport. You're seeing more freaks in the sport, frankly. So after a little while, there will be a plateau, I think, like once the sport becomes fully saturated by these freaks, let's say. I think eventually it will come down. I mean, this is the thing, man, like, as long as science keeps improving, the compounds people are using will continue to improve, and there's going to be more and more understanding of how to improve physiology, you know. And I think it's very hard for us to see right now where, you know, where the perimeter is, where the boundary is for human strength, especially like with the advent of the AI and all this stuff that's happening nowadays. You know, imagine a computer, you know, assessing your lift and telling you exactly what you need, a computer. So no longer do you need a human coach, you just need to get yourself a computer programming app, and it will basically source billions and billions of data points from the internet, from all human freaking understanding of everything, and it will give you exactly what you need. I think that is the future for strength. The advancement of technology is crazy. So even though, you know, we think living to 100 years old is something special, I think in 100 years time people will be living to 120. You know, as we understand chronic illnesses more and more, as we start to understand why the DNA shortens as we grow older, why oxidative stress, you know, damages the genes, the DNA. There'll be some huge advances. It's very hard for us to see something that is a completely different dimension. And so I think it's hard to know what you don't know. But to say there's the hard cap, there's something, yeah, of course, in a fully natural state, I think we've already seen it. But who is natural nowadays? I think the next step is, you know, bio machines or something. I don't know. There's all sorts of weird stuff happening right now, man. So who knows? I think natural lifting does not exist today. Simply if you drink water out of the tap, it's not natural. You know, you can take it to that level. I know it's stupid, but even the chicken that you eat alters your hormones some degree, because everything's been touched. Everything's been touched by the human hand. Nothing is truly organic. Nothing is truly healthy. Everything is shit. Unless you're living on a hill somewhere in Bulgaria or Serbia or someplace like that, completely off the grid, you're not really natural. And so, you know, obviously there is the injecting it into the damn arm, that's clearly, you know, enhanced. But what I'm trying to say is, as we continue to move forward, our basic natural state is going to be supernatural for blokes in the 1920s. That's kind of a big spiel about that. Did you develop any imbalances for compensations when you were squatting with hip pain? I'm dealing with that due to past knee pain. Yeah. The right hip pain developed into right adductor pain. It has a spillover effect. This is why if you have some sort of pain, you got to address it. You got to work out what's going on. Continuing with pain on and off is not a good idea. Something is off, and you got to work it out. Because the body is smarter than you, and it will basically deactivate certain musculature to prevent injury, further injury. And these compensations are nasty, man. For me, the right hip started bothering me, then the right adductor started bothering me. And I was getting stiffer and stiffer and stiffer, and then I was getting more and more kind of round over in the squat, more and more kind of hip dominant, and it's just like, started really taxing my lower back. And I reckon if I continued doing that, there would have been back pain. You know, but that's where you kind of like, oh, okay, this is getting ridiculous, man. My squat is becoming a desert at the peak of my pain. That's 8 sets. 2 more and then we'll get the weight. 2 more. Right adductor. Yeah, there you go. Adductors are like, I feel like a secret muscle group. Doesn't get a lot of publicity. Oh, Miz, man. Thank you so much for the support. Every day, man. Every day you hit me up. Really appreciate it, dude. Oh, man, what's going on here? Why can't I? Oh, my God. Yeah, I've seen Corey Gregory. He was kind of like the initial, let's say, YouTube content on this topic. Although he didn't kind of document it like I did, you know, every single day kind of thing. But he was the first kind of video that I saw. It was kind of like nicely produced. I remember the video started in the garage, and you know, and he would kind of outline, you know, variations to the lift. I remember him doing like shit ton of lunges, man, like for kilometers, lunging every day or something like that as well. Alongside that, he believed that would carry over. You know, knee wraps, no knee wraps, all these different variations for squats. I remember those videos. I don't know what Corey's doing now, because he's not really big on social media anymore, not that I've seen. But I think he's kind of turned to business and he's made money and he's done all sorts of things like that. But I definitely know Corey, I forgot the name, Corey. Was it Corey Gregory? Yeah. I remember him, I know the guy. Lose count, damn it. Always lose count. Okay, called it at 8. 8. Will, I'm getting better. I've had 3 days of sickness. Had a cold or whatever. My throat stopped working. You know, the voice box was gone and all that. Missed a few days of work. But I'm getting better now. I reckon tomorrow I'll be good to go back to training again, I think. Hello, hello from Germany. Greetings. Welcome. No supplements. I don't take pills, powders, any of that. I don't believe any of that crap. I think it's all highly processed supplementation, which is probably the most unhealthiest thing you can put in your body. That's just me. Blanket statement. I know a lot of people can disagree, but I don't take any tablets or powders or anything. Back in the day when I was 20, I tried protein powder and that destroyed my GI system. Constipation, diarrhea. Started missing my actual meals of the day because I was feeling bloated. Didn't have a good experience with that, so I ended that real quick. Alright, 9, one more. Right now it is 7:25 in Australia, PM. 7:25. Yeah, 7:30. Oh man. How would you give a thought of foot and knee placement? Yeah, definitely, man. Like that's a big issue when it comes to squatting. Where your foot and where your knee goes. If those two don't track in the same direction, you're asking for trouble. Definitely, that's the thing. Do you think long plateaus are normal? I think they are. Look, let's put this on a graph, okay? Y and X. Let's call X time and Y your weight, how much you're moving. In the first little bit, you're gonna have a high deflection, like a very vertical map, graph. Not a lot of time has gone by, yet you've added 100 kilos to your freaking lifts. That's the first, that's newbie gains, right? It doesn't, that doesn't continue like that. Otherwise we'll be lifting 2 tons. So the more you mature, the more your training history goes on, the more of a, plateau or flatter the line becomes. It doesn't have a steep increase anymore. It starts to kind of flatten out. And then eventually when you become advanced and whatever, when you hit your kind of natural limit, it starts to get very close. You know, I've heard Clarence Kennedy talk about training for a whole year for another 1 kilo on the snatch. You know what I mean? Like thousands of freaking reps to get 1 more kilo. And I remember him saying, is it worth it? That's, I mean, he's up at 300 kilo squat. I'm at 200 kilo squat. Plateaus are normal. Like, what do you call Clarence Kennedy training for a year for 1 kilo? Is that a plateau? It's like a taboo word. Oh, you don't want to plateau. You did something wrong. No, you're not, man. You know, for what you've given your body, you're not taking supplements. You're not doing this, that, the other, the schedule, all of that. You can tweak little things here and there, but you're not going to be increasing forever, dude. And so when there's like 15-year-olds lifting 3 billion tons, are they going to be lifting 10 billion tons? They're not. You know, they're just peaking sooner. That's all that's happening. Let me hit this 240, 140. Well, I wish it was 240. Right, 160 is next for the menu. Yeah, man, imagine that, 100 extra kilos. Ooh. Man, imagine front squatting 240. What sort of human being does that? That's so cool to me, man. So cool to me. That puts a smile on my face just thinking about it. Oh, goodness. Jessica, hello, how are you? Yeah, that's it. 1.5 has been found. Clock off, yeah, man. That's squat right there, man. I reckon I've seen that freaking video hundreds of times. Surely by now. Poetry, man. Oh wow, I have to see that video. bit of a struggle, wasn't it? So usually when I'm doing normal videos, I would have turned the phone around and had a look. How'd that looked? Felt I lost my balance. Anyway, we'll check it out later. That 160 was it. So what now? Well, I feel pretty good tonight, so I won't just go straight to deloading now, to cooling down. Now what I'll do is, I reckon 100 kilos is on the menu today. Let's do a bunch of sets with 100. Do some 100 triples. Nothing too heavy yet. Let's get over the cold fully, and then I'll 120, 140 that. What's up? What's up? What's your thoughts on rule of thirds in relation to plateaus? 1/3 of training should be good, 1/3 is going to be great, and the way we fly up, annual PR, and 1/3 is going to be hard and plateau. Once again, it depends on the journey, dude. It depends on where you are. You know, let's look, like, I don't know if you're into games or whatever, I don't really know your background or whatever, but let's talk into games, right? So most games, you start out with your character, and to go from level 1 to level 2, it takes you like 5 minutes of play. Literally, the jumps are so rapid. You do like 15 minutes of gameplay, and you go up and up and up. But when you're level 60 or level 70 character, it takes a lot of playing to get one level up. That's exactly how it is with weightlifting and life. You know, they got that concept from real life, right? So, you know, for Klokov to get 1 kilo on his snatch, he needs to train a year. For me to get 1 kilo on my lift, I need to train for a week, let's say, right? Because he's here and I'm here in my journey. That's how it is. And so it's not 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 for Klokov at all. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 is for somebody, I don't know, maybe like 2 years into training or something like that. I don't have 30% of my days, like out of, you know, 400 or 300 odd days in a year, 365, I don't have 100 grade days. Hell no, man. Hell no. I'd like to get 1 a week. It doesn't work like that, man. So many things need to align, and so many things are not measurable, let's say. You don't really know why some days you feel good, one. Like some of my greatest freaking days have been after a night shift. No food, no sleep, nothing. I just come in and I just feel like an animal. Work that out. And days where I've had 12 hours of sleep and great breakfast and great lunch, and I go to the gym, I feel like a sloth. Work that out. Nice. 100 feels so easy after you've dropped from 160. Man, it's a good feeling. Spend your XP on strength, exactly. Yeah, man. Heard an Olympian talk about it, and her coach mentioned it. Might have done it injustice. Understand what you're saying, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess in theory, it kind of makes sense. Florian, Hawaii, man. It makes sense in theory, you know. This is why my approach is what it is. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna have a good day, so I just come in and warm up and see what's possible. That's it. There's just so many variables in my life. I'm so far away from being a professional. My life is chaotic, and that's how I look at it. And I don't want to go too long being sad, if you know what I mean. I want to have fun, man. I want to live near. I want to live near 100% max weights. That makes me fun. That's why I train, man. I don't train to freaking go 12 weeks of freaking doing something that I don't like. I don't want to do that. I'm not a professional athlete, man. I don't want to do that. This is why it appealed to me, like high frequency training. Was like, wow, man, I can play Skyrim every day. I can do what I want every single day. Sick. Sign me up. I'm doing it. 3 years on, I'm still doing it. You know, because it appealed to me. But if you sold me, if you made me do like a normal powerlifting routine, Olympic routine, oh my god, it's not fun enough, man. I can't. I'm bored. That's me. So what's better? A shitty program? Let's say call my program a shitty program that I stick with for the rest of my life, or a program that is fantastic but I quit after 6 months. What's better? I think these hundreds feel like they want to come off my shoulders. Really nice. Oh, hell yeah. Max it out. The more time you max out, the stronger you get. I wish it was like that as well. Yeah, man. That'd be sick. Oh, man. Good breeds. Yeah, we spoke about that yesterday, I think. I'm not sure if you were here. Thoughts of stuff like Uber Eats. I've been seeing so much of it recently in my town. It's everywhere. Oh, yeah. It's selling something like, let me do it for you type of business. Easy. But selling squat every day to people is very hard. I don't want to train every day. No way. Can I Uber squat every day? Can I get somebody else to do the work and I just cash in? You know, how sick would that be? All right, that's 400s. Oh, there you go, Miz. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, man. I don't view myself as an advanced lifter because I think about what I see on the internet and I'm like, hell no. But in the general population, I'm probably advanced. In the elite of the big boys, you know, who are on gear and all that, I'm a little ant, I'm a little rat running around them. You know, so I deadlift 265 and I'm like, yeah, that's all right. Because there's a bloke doing 500 just the other day on Instagram. So, Jules, hello from man. Greetings, man. You know, I remember you did a little running video a while back saying it fixed some issues you had. You're still getting a few miles in. No, man, after I did my calf, I stayed away from it completely. I had intentions of going back to it, definitely did. But then I stopped going to the gym altogether. And I started doing push-ups, pull-ups, all that stuff, high reps. All my time went into that, and I kind of never go back to running again. And now it's bad weather, and I don't have any time to go to the gym. And like rarely do I go to the gym nowadays. I think it's even expired now, my membership. And I don't think I'll sign up again. Life's a lot different now, man. Like I spoke about it earlier, the whole YouTube thing. You know, less revenue, more time at the hospital. It just makes it really hard. You know, school drop-off, school pick-up. You know, like every day off that I have, I'm doing the dad thing. You know, so I don't know. I'd rather be here. Like if my kids need me right now, it's like, hey, Dad, come over here, do this. Going to the gym, man, spending 2 hours over there, like, you know, drive there, drive back, showers. It's like 2.5 hour event. To do that on a frequent basis, I don't want to do that. Yeah, 265, man. Like, I never thought I would ever get there, to be honest. When I hit 200, I was like, wow, 200 kilos, amazing. But then there was this big explosion. Started training more posterior chain. I remember my hip was killing me, so I put all my time into, you know, posterior chain, trying to treat my freaking hip pain, and what that led to was an enormous deadlift, in my eyes. Enormous, probably not otherwise. I don't know if that's 4 or 5, but I'm calling it 4. Screw it. Oh, more support. MP. Hi, I'm a wrestler, but I love squat. You have inspired me to push my knee pain and fix it. Thanks to you. Love your videos. Respect, man. Man, I'll tell you something, man. Anytime I hear stuff like this, that I've contributed to somebody's thoughts, somebody's actions, and now they feel better, that makes me feel good, man. Really does. You know, just the thought of me contributing to somebody else's embetterment feels good. It's why, you know, I stayed in nursing. It's why I got into nursing, because like even giving somebody a urine bottle and be like, there you go, somebody's busting, somebody's in a bed in a bad way or whatever, they're like, thank you. I feel that, man. It's a great feeling. So thank you for letting me know, and thank you for the support. Oh, Apex. You're a subscriber here, bro. Just wanted to support. Thank you, dude. Apex X State. I feel the love, man. I thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here, man. Yeah, changing up a little bit. Strbe. Changing up a little last 4 days. I've been sick. Don't want to mess around with editing. Don't want to mess around with all that kind of stuff. So I thought, do some lives instead. As soon as I end it, it's done, taken care of, gone. But I like this. I like this. I like the interaction. I like feeling you guys, your presence. It's a really cool feeling. Now the videos get a lot less videos, views. So now I'm getting like 1,000, 2,000 views because of these lives, because a lot of people don't like lives or whatever. But I think, you know, me being here, doing this, I feel like I'm making a video and also doing the comments in the video. In the other setup, when you do the video, I have to edit, do all that stuff, put it up, and then I have to talk to you guys in the comments, and it feels, I can't bounce back ideas. I just answer and never see it again, because it just gets lost. Like this, like you know, we can talk, man. You know, like I'm having conversations with people. Yeah, JB, I'm glad you like it. I've never been to the Gold Coast, John, ever. I should go there though. I want to check it out. Whew. That's five triples. I'm trying to jump up with the bar, man. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm really trying to go quick. That's it, and that's the big thing. You know, ever since, I'll tell you something, Liz, man. Ever since I started getting some traction on YouTube, like I always say, I never tried to do YouTube. I never tried to be a YouTuber. But when the thing started picking up, 1,001 suggestions what I should do. Clean up your garage, it's disgusting, it's embarrassing. Paint the wall, clean up. You know, dress nicer, be more presentable. Do this, do that. I think you should do this. Get a professional editor. Da, 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 da. Everyone's got a different idea on what to do, man. Every single body. And I always said, I'm gonna do what makes me feel good. Because the chances are, what I like, I reckon there are people out there that like the same thing and they're sick of the freaking makeup and light and action and professional stuff. People just want to see people lift and live, man. You know, people want to see the shit. Whose house doesn't have crap lying around? You know, which garage doesn't have shit like this everywhere? Which one? People don't live in Hollywood, man. Like, normal people have shit everywhere. At least in the garage. Some people have it in the house. Our house is nice and clean and tidy. No, I'm going to do it my way. There's leaves on the ground, vacuum at least. I don't have time for that at the moment. I'll leave the leaves out and I'll put the camera on. You know, that... And I remember, I'll share you a story, man. There's a colleague at work that came up to me one day. This is when I had like 3,000 subscribers, just started taking off. And I had no idea it was going to get to this, 100, ever. I remember this person come up to me and she was like, Ivan, it's embarrassing what you're doing. You're a father. Take those videos down and hope no one's taking them down and hope nobody puts them up. It's embarrassing what you're doing. Like, I'm ashamed of it. I remember looking at her thinking to myself, thank you for your opinion. But I don't give a fuck what you have to say to me. I wanted to say that to her. But I was like, no, you do you, man. You want to opinion? That's fine. You're embarrassed? That's cool, man. No worries. Luckily, I'm fucking 30 years old. Luckily, I'm comfortable in my own shoes. Luckily, I don't really care what other people, you know, I don't care what you think, man. I'm me. I'm me. But I'll tell you something, man. I gotta do another set, but I gotta tell you something, man. People on the sidelines who aren't doing shit with their life will sit there and throw shit on people trying to do shit in their life. Because, one reason why. Because they're insecure and scared. 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 That's why. Because they look at you and they're like, if I was in your position, I'd be scared. And they put you down. Right? They put you down. Now, not to say that I've made it in life and I stuck around and so up hers. Not that at all. But believe in yourself. See a vision. Do what you want to do. And fuck the rest. Putting it politely. You know, of course, care what the wife says. If the wife says, you know, whatever, like, you know, internal stuff is internal stuff. But the noise around, there's always going to be negativity, man. I mean, like, I don't share the negativity I get. I get negativity. And people have made videos about my crap, and they're like, blah, 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 you're an idiot, you don't know what you're doing, you're harming people, blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. You know, and I try to discourse this stuff with them, and I'm like, okay, I don't understand the hostility, man. Some people are out there just to shit on others. That's what I've realized. Some people don't want to, you know, brainstorm, rationale, have a discourse. They just want to shit in your neck. That's it. They just want to shit in yours. And once you learn that, then you're like, man, there's a lot of dark people around here, man. There's a lot of dark souls. You know, when I, you know, like the bloke before, you know, he said, look, man, I got something positive from you. Thank you so much. But it's a beautiful feeling, man. All these negative people, try and make somebody feel better. And I guarantee you, man, you will feel better. It's the worst kept secret ever. You making somebody else feel good will make you feel good. That's it. You shitting on somebody, and you kind of coming out of that, like you're the bigger man, you might feel a little bit good, but it doesn't come close to actually helping somebody. That's my experience, dude. It is really my experience. And the way the world works, man, like, I don't know, like, spirituality, God, this, that, the other, I'm not sure. I have to get another set, but I want to tell you this. You know, I heard a quote the other day that said, nobody's gone broke from giving. Think about that shit, man. Think about that. Nobody's gone broke from giving. In a way, the world, the Mother Nature always gives back to you double. Double, man. Double. So I help somebody, and 3 other people help me. I don't know. That's been my experience. Not in literal sense, like I give you $1, you give me 25. Not like that. Just generosity, just appreciation, positive messages. Like, I don't want money, man. Like, you know, just somebody saying, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Everything that you're doing is great. I did this, what you told me, and I feel great. It uplifts me. I go about my day, I feel a little bit better. It really is my experience, man. Man, I'll tell you what, this is pretty good, man. I feel like I'm not even training with you guys around. I feel like I'm talking to a counselor while I'm training. This is good. Lightweight, man, that's it. I'm trying to accelerate. That's the point of these sets, acceleration. Squat it out. Yeah. All good, boys. When I see that you guys are getting inspired by when I see you guys get inspired by my mediocreness, you know, there's nothing fancy here, dude. I'm just another one of you guys out there. Nothing's going on here. Yeah, that's it. I'll continue to do me, but I'll tell you something else, man. There's a long, long journey for you to get to a point where you truly don't care what other people say. I remember back when I was 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It was a journey, man. I'll say one thing. When I had my son, at 27, I had my first child. Was the first time that I truly went, I don't matter anymore. Like legit, that was the shift in my mind. And the moment I said that I don't matter anymore, like what I wear, if I have stained clothes, I don't have Dolce and Gabbana and Gucci and Mucci and Shucci and all these freaking Chuchis, all these Italian brands, I don't have none of that crap, man. It doesn't matter. I've got a son. And my job is to go to work, suck it up and provide for him. The moment that boy came into my life, that little angel came into my life, dude, something changed in me, man. Something changed me and I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna start squatting every day. And I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna start putting this shit up. I don't care. If I get trillion kilos of negativity my way, I don't care. I've got a son. I don't matter anymore. That kind of unleashed me a little bit, that thought, because I was like, oh, I don't care like about negativity anymore. It kind of gave me this shield. I became a defender, a protector. I became a go-getter. Like, it was weird, man. A lot of people say, oh, when you have kids, your life's over. No, man. They teach you. They give you courage. They give you inspiration. They give you energy. They give you something to fight. Ego death. Love that. Literally, I was just like, I don't care. I'm trying to kind of like find the source of this courage or whatever. It was simply having kids, man. Like, so the moment I saw he come into my arms, I was like, I'm gonna fight for you, man. You know, I'll fight for you. I'll make sure you're alright. And through that, like, my personality development, my intellect development, emotional strength, it went through the roof. And all of that is because of them. You know, and it's really symbolic that day 377, the video, the famous video that kind of put me on the map on YouTube, had my little girl strolling through. She just strolled through with a little ponytail, all 1 year old as she was, or 1.5 that she was, walking about. And it was like a great symbol for me, because without those little angels in my life, none of this would have been possible, because I wouldn't have developed as a human being. I didn't have the, what's up, man? Here, give me all the negativity you got. Go. It's gonna bounce off me like nothing. And I don't know. I want to say I grew into a man then. I know it's a cliche to say that or whatever, but I grew. Maybe some guys have really rough upbringings and they have that ego death, like you call it, sooner. For me, the real maturation was my son. Even though I worked in nursing, I saw death and all this stuff. You know, I guess all of that had its impact as well. But when I saw that boy, everything changed, man. Everything. Let me get number 7 here. That is disturbing in your, hold on, in your garage is the plates being from different brands and shapes. Yeah, man, problem of life. Some of these plates were gotten from shops that were closing down. And I went in there like a little sewer rat and I was like, oh, sick, can I get 4 of those? How much do you want them? Oh, $20, sick. Can I get 6 of them? Like a scavenger running in through the door. I hear you closing down. You got free shit for me? Hakon, it's a beautiful thing to hear, man. I'm glad I could push you in the right direction, man. It's all a journey, it's all development. Doesn't matter how small the first step is, man, just freaking take it. Every journey started with some sort of first step, and that's the hardest one. I don't know how many times I've told this story, man, but the moment my first video, man, there was no one in the house. I'm with myself, with the phone, trying to talk into it, having a freaking panic attack, man. Like, oh my God, like, you know, that was the first time I heard myself on video as well. Hey man, how are you? Welcome. And I was like, God damn, do I really sound like that? Shit, it's bad. How do I do mentally with injuries? It's just another challenge. Another challenge to overcome. That's how I look at it. It's these speed bumps that really make the story. If it was just smooth sailing all the way to the top, it wouldn't be, there's nothing to say. It's just another story, man. That's how I see it. Is that 7 or 8? I don't know. It's 7. Let's call it 7. Mikic, hello there. Herman, by the way, cheers from Sweden. Nice to meet you, Herman, man. I've probably seen your username here and there, around everywhere. But nice to see your full name, your first name. Yeah, my knee does crack and clap and all that stuff occasionally, yeah. Yeah, man. The barbell in my garage is my freaking therapist. I don't have any morning back pain, ever. No. Alright, number 8, coming up. Alright, 8 done. Alright, we'll do 2 more and that'll be the night. Lots of sweating. So, once again, I briefly heard about the first shooting in Serbia, but I heard now there was a 21-year-old going crazy as well. I don't know if this has ever happened in that part of the world, like out of war. I don't remember ever hearing shootings, like school shootings like this, ever. I mean, I haven't lived there for a long time now, but it's unreal there's school shootings happening. Like, I thought it was an American thing, to be honest. You know, with the guns everywhere and all that. But now, like, it's happening in freaking Europe. Don't know, man. It is sad beyond words, man. One rep max in what? In what, like front squat? It's 182 in the front squat. Alright, number 9 coming up. Oh man. Upper back's getting toasted. I was something fishy about the one in Serbia. Something isn't right. I don't know much about it, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Do you think it didn't happen, or? Yeah, sometimes my knees crack more than other times. I don't know. It's got to do with like hip mobility, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. On really good hip mobility days, I barely hear it. Some while ago in Norway there was a mass shooting. But like at a school, mass shooting, like kids dying. Is that like I'm sure I've heard throughout Europe mass shootings, but even Australia, I remember Port Arthur massacre and all this sort of stuff here. But like kids, man, like kids. That's the thing. That's the thing I don't understand, man. Oh, you dislocated your knee. Damn, okay. That's big time. Oh, you mean like organized? Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Now, are both of these shooters now dead? I didn't catch that bit. Like, are these shooters now, police take him out? Was it a suicide thing? What was the, I don't know what happened. Oh, he's alive. Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I appreciate you, Koi. Thanks for dropping by again, man. Nema zatvora za malog, onoga. Smašno. Alright boys, that is it for me. 2-hour freaking stream, unreal. But it was good, it was enjoyable. Thank you. I think I'll continue doing these. If I have time, I will. Yeah, I mean, it really makes me feel... Pozdrav, brate. It really... I like it, like I actually feel people are watching it. It's not just anybody. Makes me feel good, man. It makes me feel good what I'm doing. I hear feedback, and that's the biggest thing. There's feedback. Like I always say, like I make the videos and I try to be, active in the comments, but I reply and then I never, you guys might reply, but I lose it. Like it's just so much. Like this, it's back and forth, and I feel like I'm meeting people, I'm learning about people. I feel like it's a chat in a way. Really cool. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate all of you guys. And also there's one girl there as well, so I can't say just fellas. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. Catch ya. Thanks, fellas. Pozdrav. Sve najbolje. Peace. See you guys. Tamara. Ciao. There's 2 females. See you guys. Appreciate all of you guys. Catch you in the next one. Catch ya. Bye-bye.